Imagine this. It's a quiet night. The lights are off, and the only sound is the faint crackling of a candle. You and your friends gather around a table, your fingers lightly resting on a small, triangular piece of plastic. You ask a question, and suddenly, the piece begins to move. It spells out words, answers questions, and maybe, just maybe, it speaks to something beyond this world. This is the Ouija board, a game, a tool, or perhaps a doorway to the unknown. But here is the question. Is it just a harmless toy? Or is it something far more dangerous? Tonight, we're diving into the chilling history, the terrifying stories, and the unanswered questions surrounding the Ouija board. And we're doing it in one shot. No cuts, no breaks. Just you, me, and the mysteries of the spirit world. But before we begin, let me ask you this. Have you ever used a Ouija board? Or maybe you've heard stories about them? Tell me in the comments below, because by the end of this video, you might just think twice before calling out to the other side. The Ouija board, also known as a spirit board, has been around for over a century, but its origins are shrouded in mystery. The modern Ouija board was patented in 1890 by Ouijaboard, but the idea of communicating with the dead dates back much further. Ancient cultures used similar tools, like the Chinese planchette writing or the European talking boards to contact spirits and seek guidance. In the late 19th century, spiritualism was all the rage. People were obsessed with the idea of communicating with the dead, and the Ouija board became a popular tool. But here's the thing. No one really knows how it works. Is it the spirits moving the planchette? Or is it our subconscious minds? Or is it something else entirely? During the height of its popularity, the Ouija board was marketed as a harmless parlor game. But it didn't take long for people to start reporting strange and unsettling experiences. Some claimed to communicate with loved ones who had passed away, while others said they encountered malevolent entities. The board's reputation quickly shifted from a fun game to something far more sinister. Over the years, the Ouija board has been linked to countless chilling stories. Some say it's a harmless game, but others swear it's a gateway to something darker. Let me tell you about one of the most famous cases, the Zozo demon. In the early 2000s, a man named Darren Evans began documenting his experiences with a Ouija board. At first it was harmless. He'd ask simple questions, and the board would respond. But then, the planchette started moving on its own, spelling out the name Zozo. Over time, the messages became more sinister. Darren claimed that Zozo was a malevolent entity that tormented him and his family. He even recorded his sessions, and the audio is unsettling, to say the least. But Darren isn't the only one who's encountered Zozo. Hundreds of people have reported similar experiences, claiming that the demon attaches itself to them, causing nightmares, poltergeist, activity, and even physical harm. Is Zozo real? Or is it just a figment of our collective imagination? Either way, the stories are enough to send chills down your spine. Then there's the story of the Watsuka Wonder, a case from the late 1800s. A young girl named Lurk, Venom, claimed to be possessed by the spirit of a woman named Mary Roth, who had died years earlier. The possession began after Lurk and her friends used a Ouija board. For months, Lurk exhibited strange behavior, speaking in Mary's voice and recalling details of Mary's life that she couldn't possibly have known. The case remains one of the most well-documented instances of supposed spirit possession in history. Now, let's talk about the science behind the Ouija board. Psychologists have a term for what happens when people use it: the ideomotor effect. This is when our subconscious minds cause small, involuntary movements like the planchette moving across the board. In other words, it's not spirits moving the planchette, it's us. But here's where it gets interesting. Studies have shown that people who use Ouija boards often report experiences that can't be explained by the ideomotor effect alone. They hear voices, feel cold spots, or see objects move on their own. So, is there more to it than just psychology? Or are these experiences just tricks of the mind? Some researchers believe that the Ouija board taps into our collective unconscious, a part of our minds that holds memories, fears, and desires we're not even aware of. This could explain why so many people report similar experiences, like encountering the same entities or receiving the same messages. But even if the Ouija board is just a psychological tool, that doesn't make it any less fascinating or any less terrifying. Not everyone who uses a Ouija board has a terrifying experience. Some people swear it's helped them connect with loved ones who've passed away, but others aren't so lucky. Take the story of a woman named Sarah. She used a Ouija board with her friends one night, and at first, it was fun. But then, the planchette started moving violently, spelling out threats and curses. Sarah said she felt a presence in the room, a cold, heavy feeling that wouldn't go away. She stopped using the board, but the experiences didn't stop. She claimed to hear whispers in the dark and see shadows moving in her peripheral vision. To this day, she says she regrets ever touching the board. Then there's the story of a man named James. He used a Ouija board as a teenager, and at first, it seemed harmless. But then, the board started spelling out the name of his deceased grandmother. James was skeptical, but the board began revealing details about his grandmother's life that he had never shared with anyone. He became convinced that he was truly communicating with her. But then, the messages turned dark. The board claimed that his grandmother was trapped in a place of suffering, and that James needed to set her free. He stopped using the board, but he says he still feels her presence, as if she's watching him. Stories like Sarah's and James's are why many people warn against using Ouija boards. They say it's like opening a door, and you never know what might come through. So, what's the truth about the Ouija board? Is it a harmless game, a psychological tool, or is it something far more dangerous? The answer is that we don't know, and maybe that's what makes it so terrifying. The Ouija board forces us to confront the unknown, to ask questions we might not be ready to answer. One thing's for sure, the Ouija board isn't just a piece of cardboard and plastic. It's a symbol of our fascination with the afterlife, our fear of the unknown, and our desire to connect with something beyond this world. But here's the question, is it worth the risk? So, the next time you see a Ouija board, ask yourself this: are you willing to take the chance? Because once you open that door, there's no telling what might come through. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the mysteries of the Ouija board, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And let me know in the comments, have you ever used a Ouija board? What happened? Until next time, stay curious and stay safe. Kuchisekiana, La Llorona, Tukaloshi, The Rake, La Chilata. Boy, Bamba. Urban legends have always fascinated me because they're often so believable, blending fact with fiction in a way that leaves you wondering what's real and what's not. These stories are deeply rooted in our culture, and they have a way of tapping into our deepest fears. From haunted places to creepy creatures, urban legends have the power to send chills down our spines, making us question the world around us. But what makes urban legends so compelling? Is it the thrill of the unknown, or the fact that they often seem just plausible enough to be true? Whatever the reason, one thing's for sure: urban legends have captivated us for generations. They continue to be a staple of modern folklore. So, if you're brave enough, let's dive into the world of true urban legends that will give you chills tonight. But make sure to stick around until the end, because our final story will uncover a chilling urban legend that has baffled even the most skeptical minds. It's a tale so eerie, it might just change the way you see the world. In Japan, there's a legend about a woman named Kuchisaki Anna, who was brutally murdered by her husband after he discovered she was having an affair. According to the legend, Kuchisaki Anna's spirit haunts the roads, wearing a surgical mask to cover her grotesquely disfigured face. She's said to approach drivers and pedestrians, asking if they think she's beautiful. If you answer no, she kills you on the spot. But if you answer yes, she removes her mask, revealing her horrifically scarred face, and then kills you anyway. In Mexico, there's a legend about La Llorona, the weeping woman who drowned her own children in a fit of rage and then took her own life. According to the legend, La Llorona's ghost haunts rivers and lakes, searching for her children and luring men to their deaths with her beauty and charm. Some people claim to have seen her walking along the riverbanks, wearing a long white gown and crying hysterically. Others say they've heard her eerie wails echoing across the water. In South Africa, there's a legend about Tokoloshi, a malevolent spirit created by witches to cause chaos and destruction. According to the legend, Tokoloshi is a short, ugly creature with a large head and a fondness for evil deeds. People claim to have seen Tokoloshi lurking in the shadows, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Some say it can be summoned using certain rituals, but beware. Once Tokoloshi is summoned, it's impossible to get rid of it. In the United States, there's a legend about the rake, a humanoid creature with a long, curved beak and sharp fingers. According to the legend, the rake is a harbinger of doom, appearing to people before they die. Some people claim to have seen the rake lurking in their homes, its presence accompanied by an intense feeling of dread. Others say it's been spotted in forests and fields, watching its victims with an unblinking gaze. In Chile, there's a legend about La Chilada, a ghostly apparition that haunts the forests and roads. According to the legend, La Chilada is the spirit of a young woman who was brutally murdered by her lover. People claim to have seen her walking through the trees, her face twisted in a malevolent grin. Others say they've heard her eerie laughter echoing through the forest. In Brazil, there's a legend about the giant, demonic creature with glowing eyes and razor-sharp horns. According to the legend, roams the forests, searching for its next victim. Some people claim to have seen stalking its prey, its eyes glowing like embers in the dark. Others say they've heard its blood-curdling screams echoing through the trees. Before we dive into our final chilling tale, if you're enjoying these spine-tingling stories and want to hear more, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Join our community of thrill seekers and never miss a story. Now, let's move on to our last story. One legend that still sends chills down my spine is the story of Anneliese Michel, a German woman who died in 1976 after undergoing a series of exorcisms. According to the legend, Anneliese was possessed by demons, and her family and priests performed the exorcisms in an attempt to free her. But as the exorcisms continued, Anneliese's condition only worsened. She began to suffer from intense convulsions, and her body became emaciated and weak. Eventually, she died in agony, and the people involved in the exorcisms were charged with manslaughter. What makes this story so chilling is that it's true. Anneliese Michel's exorcisms were documented, and the recordings are still widely available today. Listening to her screams and pleas for help is a deeply unsettling experience. The aftermath of Anneliese's death was just as shocking as the event itself. Her family and the priests involved in the exorcisms were shunned by their communities, and the incident sparked a heated debate about the role of the church. In modern society, Anneliese's story also led to a renewed interest in demonology and the supernatural, with many people claiming that they'd experienced similar encounters. with demonic entities. It's a chilling reminder that, sometimes, the things that scare us the most are the things that are closest to reality. Urban legends like these remind us that fear is a fundamental part of the human experience. They tap into our deepest anxieties, making us confront the unknown and the unknowable. But why are we so fascinated by urban legends? Is it because they allow us to explore our darkest fears in a controlled environment? Or is it because they offer us a glimpse into the darker aspects of human nature? Whatever the reason, one thing's for sure: urban legends will continue to captivate us for generations to come, serving as a reminder of the power of fear to shape our lives. So, what's your favorite urban legend? Have you ever had a chilling encounter that you can't explain? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more Spintingling tales. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. In the heart of the Nevada desert lies a place shrouded in mystery. A place where the government denies access, where the skies are filled with strange lights, and where the truth is buried deep beneath the sand. This is Area 51, a name that has become synonymous with secrecy, conspiracy, and the unknown. Is it a testing ground for advanced military technology? A hiding place for extraterrestrial secrets? Or something even more sinister? Tonight, we're peeling back the layers of secrecy to uncover the truth behind Area 51. But be warned, once you enter this world of shadows, there's no turning back. Have you ever wondered what's really going on behind those gates? Or maybe you've heard the stories, the UFO sightings, the secret experiments, the whispers of alien technology. Tell me in the comments below, because by the end of this video, you might just find yourself questioning everything you thought you knew about Area 51. The story of Area 51 begins in the 1950s. During the height of the Cold War, the US government needed a remote location to test top-secret aircraft, and the Nevada desert provided the perfect cover. Officially known as Groom Lake, the base was built in secrecy, its existence denied for decades. But even then, rumors began to swirl. What were they testing? And why was it so heavily guarded? One of the first projects to be tested at Area 51 was the U-2 spy plane, a high-altitude aircraft designed to surveil Soviet territory. The U-2 was unlike anything the world had ever seen, and its development was shrouded in secrecy. But even as the government worked to keep the project under wraps, strange sightings began to emerge. Pilots and civilians reported seeing strange lights in the sky, leading to speculation about UFOs. But here's the thing: the government's secrecy only fueled the rumors. If they were willing to hide something as mundane as a spy plane, what else were they hiding? And so, the legend of Area 51 was born. Over the years, Area 51 has become ground zero for UFO sightings. Some of the most famous encounters have taken place just outside its gates, where the desert stretches endlessly and the skies are filled with stars. Let me tell you about some of the most chilling ones. In 1989, a man named Bob Lazar claimed to have worked at Area 51, reverse engineering alien technology. He described seeing flying saucers and advanced propulsion systems, sparking a wave of interest in the base. While Lazar's claims have been widely debated, they remain one of the most famous accounts of extraterrestrial activity at Area 51. Then there's the story of the Roswell incident, which many believe is connected to Area 51. In 1947, a mysterious object crashed near Roswell, New Mexico, and the military quickly recovered the wreckage. While officials claimed it was a weather balloon, many believe it was an alien spacecraft and that the debris was taken to Area 51 for analysis. But not all sightings are so easily dismissed. In 2019, the US Navy confirmed the authenticity of several videos showing unidentified flying objects, UFOs, performing maneuvers that defy the laws of physics. While the government has stopped short of calling them extraterrestrial, The footage has reignited interest in Area 51 and its secrets. So, what could be going on at Area 51? Over the years, experts and enthusiasts have proposed countless theories. Some say it's a testing ground for advanced military technology, from stealth aircraft to hypersonic drones. Others believe it's a hiding place for extraterrestrial secrets, from alien spacecraft to captured beings. Then there are the more outlandish theories. Some believe Area 51 is a time travel facility, where scientists are working to unlock the secrets of the past and future. Others think it's a secret society headquarters, where the world's elite gather to control the flow of information. And of course, there are those who believe it's all just a distraction, a way to keep the public from uncovering the truth. But here's the thing. No matter what the explanation, the mystery of Area 51 persists. And that's what makes it so fascinating. It's a puzzle with no clear solution. Over the years, countless expeditions have been launched to uncover the truth about Area 51. Scientists, journalists, and amateur investigators have used everything from satellite imagery to drones to try and peek behind the curtain. One of the most famous attempts was the Storm Area 51 event in 2019, when millions of people pledged to raid the base in search of alien secrets. While the event was largely a joke, it highlighted the public's fascination with Area 51 and its mysteries. But despite all the technology and effort, the truth about Area 51 remains elusive. Is it just too well guarded, or is there nothing to find at all? So, what's the truth about Area 51? Is it a testing ground for advanced technology? A hiding place for extraterrestrial secrets? Or something even more sinister? The answer is that we don't know. And maybe that's what makes it so captivating. Area 51 forces us to confront the unknown, to wonder what might be lurking behind those gates, waiting to be discovered. One thing's for sure, the next time you hear about strange lights in the sky or whispers of government secrets, remember Area 51, because in this world, some mysteries are meant to remain unsolved. So, the next time you hear a helicopter in the distance or see a shadow moving in the desert, remember Area 51, because in this world, some secrets are meant to stay hidden. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the mystery of Area 51, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And let me know in the comments, do you believe in the secrets of Area 51? Or maybe you've heard a similar story. Until next time, stay curious and stay safe. Did you know that nearly half of all people claim to have experienced something they can't explain? Tonight, we're diving into true horror stories that will leave you questioning reality. Are you ready for the chills? Let's begin. Samantha was a frequent traveler. Her job required her to stay in hotels, sometimes for weeks at a time. But one business trip would leave her questioning her sanity and her safety. It started, the room was clean, and she settled in for the night. But at around 2 a.m., Samantha woke to the feeling of being watched. She turned over and saw nothing unusual. The curtains were drawn, the room was silent. Dismissing it as a dream, she went back to sleep. The next night, the unease grew. Mirror. A shadowy figure standing in the corner of the room. Whipping around, she found nothing there. Her heart raced. Was she overtired? Hallucinating? Determined to shake it off, she closed her laptop early and decided to sleep. But as she lay in bed, the sensation of being watched returned. This time, she didn't ignore it. Turning on the bedside lamp, she scanned the room. It looked empty, but the air felt heavy. She grabbed her phone to text a friend when the lamp flickered and went out. In the darkness, Samantha heard a soft, raspy breathing that wasn't her own. Terrified, she bolted from the bed and turned on every light in the room. The breathing stopped. Shaking, she spent the rest of the night wide awake. The next morning, she told the hotel manager, who paled at her story. He confessed that guests often reported strange occurrences in that room. Samantha left that day, vowing never to return. Lisa lived in a quiet suburban neighborhood. One summer night, as she was getting ready for bed, she heard her dog growling at the back door. Looking out the window, she saw a man standing at the edge of her yard. He was motionless, staring at her house. Lisa's heart raced. She turned off the lights and watched him from behind the curtains. The man didn't move for what felt like hours. She called the police, but by the time they arrived, he was gone. Relieved, she went to bed. But the next night, he was back. This time, he was closer. Lisa called the police again, but as before, the man disappeared before they arrived. They suggested she install security cameras, which she did the following day. That night, Lisa stayed awake, watching the live feed on her phone. Around 3 a.m., the man appeared, walking up to her back door. He tried the handle, but it was locked. Lisa called the police again, but as they pulled into her driveway, the man walked calmly into the woods. The footage was clear, but when the police tried to identify him, they hit a dead end. No one in the neighborhood recognized him. He never came back, but Lisa never felt safe in her home again. Emma loved antiques. She often visited thrift stores looking for unique pieces to decorate her home. One day, she found a porcelain doll in perfect condition. It had glassy blue eyes and a serene expression. She thought it was charming and bought it without hesitation. That night, she placed the doll on a shelf in her living room. At around midnight, she woke to the sound of faint whispering. She couldn't make out the words, but felt drawn to the living room. Turning on the light, she found nothing out of place. The doll sat motionless on the shelf. The whispers continued over the next few nights, growing louder. Emma started to notice other strange things. Objects moved, lights flickered, and her cat refused to go near the doll. One night, she woke to find the doll on the floor, its serene expression replaced by a slight, unsettling smile. Terrified, Emma tried to get rid of it. She left it at a donation center across town, but the next morning, it was back on the shelf. Convinced she was losing her mind, she finally burned the doll in her backyard. As it burned, she swore she heard it scream. The activity stopped after that, but Emma never set foot in another thrift store again. These stories remind us of the thin veil between reality and the unknown. Whether it's shadows, stalkers, or cursed objects, the things we fear most might be closer than we think. Have you ever experienced something unexplainable? Share your story in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more chilling tales. Until next time, stay safe and keep the lights on. Imagine this. You're standing in front of a mirror, the room dark except for the flicker of a single candle. You whisper her name 3 times. Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, and wait. At first, nothing happens. But then, you see it, a shadow moving behind you, a face forming in the glass. This is the legend of Bloody Mary. A tale that has terrified generations and left countless people wondering, is it just a game, or could it be real? Tonight, we're diving into the chilling history, the spine-tingling encounters, and the unanswered questions surrounding Bloody Mary. But be warned, once you look into the mirror, there's no turning back. Have you ever played the Bloody Mary game? Or maybe you've heard the stories, the screams, the scratches, the faces in the mirror. Tell me in the comments below, because by the end of this video, you might just find yourself questioning what's really lurking in the glass. The legend of Bloody Mary dates back centuries, with roots in folklore and mythology. The story goes that if you stand in front of a mirror in a dark room and say her name 3 times, she will appear. But who is Bloody Mary? And where did this terrifying ritual come from? Some say Bloody Mary was a witch who was executed for her crimes, her spirit forever trapped in the mirror. Others believe she was a vengeful spirit, seeking revenge on those who dared to summon her. And then there are those who think she's a manifestation of our deepest fears, a reflection of the darkness within us. But here's the thing, the legend of Bloody Mary isn't just a story. It's a ritual, a game that has been played by countless people around the world. And for some, it's more than just a game. It's a doorway to something far more dangerous. Over the years, there have been countless reports of encounters with Bloody Mary. Some are hoaxes, others are misidentifications, but a few are truly chilling. Let me tell you about some of the most famous ones. In 1978, a group of teenagers in Ohio decided to play the Bloody Mary game at a sleepover. They lit a candle, stood in front of a mirror, and whispered her name 3 times. At first, nothing happened. But then, one of the girls screamed. She claimed to have seen a woman in the mirror, her face covered in blood. The girl was so terrified that she fainted, and when she woke up, she had scratches on her arms. Then there's the story of a woman in England who claimed to have summoned Bloody Mary while alone in her bathroom. She said the mirror fogged up, and when it cleared, she saw a woman standing behind her. The woman lunged at her, and she felt a cold hand on her shoulder. She ran out of the room, and when she returned, the mirror was cracked. But not all encounters are so easily dismissed. In 2015, a man in Japan captured video of himself playing the Bloody Mary game. The video shows the mirror fogging up, and when it clears, a face appears, a face that wasn't there before. The video went viral, and while experts have struggled to explain it, many believe it could be real. What could Bloody Mary be? Over the years, experts and enthusiasts have proposed countless theories. Some say it's a ghost, a spirit trapped in the mirror, seeking revenge on those who disturb her. Others believe it's a psychological phenomenon, a manifestation of our deepest fears, brought to life by the power of suggestion. Then there are the more outlandish theories. Some believe Bloody Mary is a demon, summoned by the ritual to torment those who play the game. Others think it's a time traveler, appearing in the mirror to warn us of something terrible. And of course, there are those who believe it's all just a hoax, a way to scare people or sell books. But here's the thing, no matter what the explanation, the legend of Bloody Mary persists. And that's what makes it so fascinating. It's a mystery that refuses to be solved. Over the years, countless expeditions have been launched to uncover the truth about Bloody Mary. Scientists, paranormal investigators, and amateur ghost hunters have used everything from cameras to EVP recorders to try and capture proof of her existence. One of the most famous attempts was the Mirror Project in 2003, where a team of researchers set up a series of mirrors in a haunted house and attempted to summon Bloody Mary. They captured several strange occurrences, voices, shadows, and even a face in the mirror, but no definitive proof. But despite all the technology and effort, Bloody Mary remains elusive. Is she just too clever to be caught, or is there nothing to catch at all? So, what's the truth about Bloody Mary? Is she a ghost, a demon, or just a legend born from our love of mystery? The answer is that we don't know. And maybe that's what makes her so captivating. Bloody Mary forces us to confront the unknown, to wonder what might be lurking in the mirror, waiting to be discovered. One thing's for sure, the next time you look into a mirror, you might just find yourself wondering if something is looking back. So, the next time you hear a whisper in the dark, or see a shadow in the mirror, remember Bloody Mary, because in this world, some mysteries are meant to remain unsolved. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the legend of Bloody Mary, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, and let me know in the comments, do you believe in Bloody Mary? Or maybe you've heard a similar story. Until next time, stay curious, and stay safe.